A few days ago I uploaded a review on this saree. I thought, why not make it into a tutorial? So start with your petticoat, make sure it's tied to your left hand side and that your shoes are on and that your blouse is on. This should just be just above the floor line. This bit was a little tricky. Just follow my usual principles for placing a saree, but pay attention to where the motifs are going to be. And what I've done is place them to the side. If you really want a detailed explanation of how to fold, and then do follow the link. I'll put it in the box above on the right hand side, just so you can have a detailed look at how to go about this. So I've kind of speeded it up because it was a little bit long, but essentially the saree should drape to the floor and be pinned into your, or rather folded into your petticoat and wrapped around you. So you usually start, you have your starting point, then you wrap once, make sure that's all nice and flat against the body, tuck in all of the ends, and then you're left with this fabric here that will essentially form the part of the pleats. So what I'm doing now is just kind of getting the saree in the right place. I kind of like to have mine in a certain position. It just helps the pleats to fold nicely. So getting it to the very end, the very top corner. Now this corner here is the one that's going to be closest to the body. So that's the bit that's been wrapped around the waist, and then this is the top side of it. So you want all of the pleats to fold on top of that bit, so you can see that all those pleats are now folding, and that bit that I was holding is right at the bottom, and I'm going to fold them concertina style. So the top flat should then always face outwards away from your body, and that's your top pleat. You pass that around the back of your body from left to right and help the fabric just by helping it from the front there, and then hold it straight up. So now all the fabric's pulled out in front of you. You've done a wrap around your body once. The top part is still facing away from your body, and the under part is still facing towards your body. And all I'm going to do is tidy those pleats up, making sure that none are sticking out from the outer part. And I'm going to fold them over and put my arm through it. And I'm going to fold it up a little bit higher than I want it, so these should fall to the back of the knee. So I'm lifting it up a little bit, and what you'll see me do is bring my hands down a little bit to the front around my breast area, and I'll start tidying up those pleats. And once I've tidied them up, I'm going to then pull that up on top of my shoulder and I'll pin it. And what I'm looking for here is making sure there are no flappy bits of fabric from underneath that top border. All pleats should be perfect. So pin in from under your blouse, and that will just help keep it neat and tidy. Then pick up the bit that was underneath closest to your body and start wrapping that around your body. You can have that right under your breast, you can have it over your breast. It depends on the blouse. If you'd seen me on Instagram the other day wearing this, I had a normal Debenhams black top on. Because it's a designer top, you can kind of have this low and hanging down, which I did, but this blouse is a little bit funny. So what you're left with now is a little piece of longy material, I call it. It's just the flap in the front, the loop in the front. You just pull all the fabric out front and you'll get that, and then start pleating it. So I like to just check the back, make sure that it's sitting nicely, and then starting my concertina pleats. Now I always start on the side where it's pinned to my shoulder. That's the bit where I start pleating. If it's Gujarati style where you're folding it the other way, then you pleat. You pleat and you sort of fold them in the way that they're shown now. But what you'll see me do now is turn those pleats. So instead of facing my hip that you can see that's draped over my around my body, you'll see me turn them so that the pleats fall to the side where my shoulder, where the saree is hanging over my shoulder, and then just tuck them in, making sure they're level with the rest of the saree. Have a little spin round, make sure there's no up bits and no down bits from the floor, so it's all perfectly level on the floor. And then just have a play with the fabric, move them around, pin up a little bit. I would pin that bit where my hand is now, just to keep it away from my arm a little bit more. I'm also twisting my saree because my pleats are falling to the side, and just checking my bum doesn't look too big, which it does, I know. I'm pear-shaped, so I guess you can see how a saree like this looks on a pear-shaped person. And this is the way it's draped. a really, really beautiful saree piece. So of course it has to be draped in my own branded jewellery, so I picked a beautiful brown, almost like a deep coffee coloured necklace that came with a set of earrings, very lightweight, very simple to wear, and it helps jazz up the saree as well. Thank you for watching. Check out my other tutorials which will be linked here. Just click anywhere in the picture, and you can follow me on Instagram, Nisha Davdra _hennified. I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye.